I'm Kristen White here in Tampa, Florida at the Be Legendary event, and I'm here with some amazing, innovative healers. This is David Trybus and Barbara Weber. Thank you so much for being here. David, I'm going to start with you first. Tell me a little bit about just the business of healing that you've started.
Well, basically, we're looking at helping people get through their life or get to their life dreams. We want people who have tried to increase their income, people who are looking for the best or their ideal relationship, or there's people who are just looking for a new career, but they're stuck. They've tried all these different techniques. They've looked for different ways to improve their life, and they just haven't gotten there. Well, we've developed a technique that it will actually identify the reason why that's happening, and we actually, as we go through the short technique, we can actually clear that block and actually help them move forward on their dreams.
So David, this sounds to me like energy medicine.
It is so much about energy medicine because we're all about energy. So when something gets stuck in our energy field, it actually changes how our body works, how our emotions work, how we work. And so what we want to do is see what that imprint is what we call, is there's an imprint within your energy field that's blocking you from realizing your ultimate dream. So if that is actually within an organ system, we'll use an example as the liver system has a related emotion, or all organ systems have a related emotion. Liver relates to anger, and the kidneys relate to fear, and the stomach to low self-esteem, and so on. So a lot of times people will have an event or a trauma where we call an imprint gets imprinted into their system, and they can't move past that. So if they had a fearful, we'll just say fearful event, you were in an auto accident, after leaving your best friend's funeral, those two scenarios get linked up together, leaves an imprint. A year later, you've healed from the accident, and you walk into your insurance agent, and he tells you jokingly, now be careful, no more car accidents, and you start getting sad, and you start weeping because of what happened at the time of the accident. Or the opposite could happen. Somebody could come up and tap you on the shoulder and say, all right, or I'm really sorry to hear about the loss of your friend, and you start reliving the pain that you had from the auto accident. They get linked together. Well, the same thing happens with emotions. We have emotions get linked into our system that keep us from moving forward, and most of them happen to us as we're children. And so the key is to identify those early times when those occur, release them, and that just lets the energy flow all the way to your current life.
You know, I know that that's so true because we have these triggers, and you, Barbara, are an expert on children and sometimes the trauma or the impact that just stays in their lives. Share with me some of your thoughts and insights on this.
Well, I'll give you a good example. There was a little girl who had Lyme disease and came to us, and it had, the regular treatments and holistic treatments, even alternative treatments, and still couldn't get back to school, still in pain, still fatigued. And so we worked with her, and we were able to figure out how much of it was physical, how much of it was chemical, and how much of it was emotional. So we dealt with the physical part of it, and he is the master at understanding what's really going on, what's at the root of it, and cleared that out. But there was still a piece where she couldn't get over the hump, and there was an emotional piece. Her best friend had left school, and she never found a new friend, and Lyme disease kind of creeped in and took over. So once we were able to find that little subconscious belief about, when you like somebody and they go away, I'm never going to find another friend again. And she could have lived into her 40s and never figured that out and not had good relationships or been afraid of, oh no, if I make a friend, they're going to leave me. But we cleared it out, in like 10 minutes.
So it sounds like you have to be a little bit of a detective here. Like, what's going on, and whether it's blocking your career or coming up in your health or coming up in your relationships, and then be that detective. What other tools do you have that you can offer people to help, decode these imprints like you talked about?
Well, we have different techniques that we use. We utilize a lot of muscle testing in order to identify the organ systems. And the nice thing about muscle testing is, everything is all energy. We can actually do that virtually. So we actually have a program that we call the Ultimate House Call, where we actually work virtually around the country and around the world, treating people virtually for whatever ailment that they're having.
Okay, so I love that. The Ultimate House Call. So where can someone go and get the Ultimate House Call?
That's what's great about the Ultimate House Calls. They don't have to leave their own home. They can actually have it sitting there on their own couch. So all they have to do is have an internet connection, or even for most people, we just do it right over the phone.
So do you have a site where they can book one of these Ultimate House Calls?
We absolutely do. It's davidtrybus.com. Just look for the tab on Ultimate House Call, and it'll give you more information about that and how you can actually get started.
So what's possible? I mean, if you're sitting there and watching this video, because we have so many experts that come across Speaking Empire and Be Legendary, and they're just feeling in a funk, they're feeling stuck. What is possible with the Ultimate House Call?
Everything's possible. Whatever you're dreaming of is out there for you. But there may just be a hidden block that's keeping you from really reaching for that. You know, you want that job, you want that new experience, you want that love of your life. You've read the books, you've gone to the seminars, you've maybe gone to healers, and still it's not happening. Well, we'll find the block for you and get rid of it.
It's like debugging your system.
Yeah, reboot.
It's a reboot. It's a reboot for your system. We remove that imprint and reboot the system, and it's like it never happened.
We're excited about teaching that to other people so that they can learn how to do that, whether you're a health practitioner and you can use that, add it to your toolbox. You know, individuals, we're calling it partners in ultimate health and happiness, because I want you to bring your best friend and learn it together so you can help each other. You know, say, how come you can't get out on a date? What's going on with you? Let's clear that out of here. Or you've got this illness you can't quite get over. Let's figure this out. And then we'll give you some tools, and if you need us to help you out, we'll do that too.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us to Ultimate Health and Happiness. It sounds like an incredible way to just find out what might be that one little thing that's standing in the way of your ultimate success. So thank you for being here as one of the experts at Be Legendary. And to those of you watching, you need to be here next time. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.